So, when we last left off, you guys had made it to Black Core in hopes of gathering some information about Marge's mother. You...
We still haven't found that woman yet.
No, you have not.
Yeah.
You also... You also decided to visit Kern, the blacksmith who you brutalized and terrorized.
Don't make it sound like he's the fucking victim here. He's not the victim.
He kind of is.
Well, no, he did. I mean, this is just karma hitting him like a freight train.
Yes.
I hated being the karma.
Yeah, yes.
But you talked to him, found out that he is now dealing with his own Iron Solutions problems. You found out that Iron Solutions had been arrested, so you went to the local jail to find out more information, where you discovered that the men who were claiming to be Iron Solutions were under some kind of enchantment magic and were just kind of more or less not hypnotized, just I guess
Enchanted.
Enchanted, yeah. You broke their enchantment.
Slapped him a little bit.
Yeah.
You broke their enchantment
Okay.
and then went to talk to the guard captain, who, realizing the jig was up, revealed himself to be a mind flayer, who you then promptly fought.
And Gus polymorphed him.
Yes, he polymorphed him, climbed to the top of Black Core, and
I'd like to correct that as we flew to
yes,
the top.
yes,
because
you
Mars was terrified the whole time.
Yeah.
you flew to the top of Black Core and dropped the polymorphed Alhoun from the top of the city straight down hundreds of feet where it promptly died. You then scooped up its corpse for later use, revealed it to the guards that it had been a mind flayer. You broke into its private bathroom and found a strange mirror, which you took.
I wasn't able to speak with dead with it because it was an undead, right?
No, you talked to it.
Oh no, that's right, because it was a dead body.
It was a dead body, yes.
But we haven't talked to it yet. That's where we cut off.
No, you talked to it.
No, I talked to it. Remember, I asked
we
it if the
did,
mayor
yeah.
was involved, and he said no.
Right. No, wait, he said the mayor was involved. He's just not an Alhoun.
He's on a mind flayer. Yeah.
Well, you asked if the mayor was involved. It said it wasn't a mind flayer. You asked if there was a elder brain in the city, which it said no. And I think you asked other questions, but they weren't as pertinent. You just asked simple questions. You only had 5 questions. So.
Do you think I'm pretty? No.
I think we have one more question.
No, you used them all.
I used them
No,
all.
Didn't we also ask about... Yeah, we also asked about Mars's mom.
And you asked if it was connected in any way, and he said no.
One thing I did realize is that the Alhoun was undead, and undead can't be charmed, so that's why the enchantment magic didn't work on the Alhoun. But I don't know if mind flayers also are immune to charming magic. I don't think that they are.
I don't think they are either.
I think you can still
I don't
charm
think
them.
they are.
So I am not entirely useless in this endeavor.
I mean, you can still lie to them.
Oh yeah, I can most certainly lie to them. And reading my mind won't help them either because I'm fucking insane.
They accidentally read Gus's mind. And all it is just like a looping gif of like a rat eating some cheese.
Like, what? Was this person a rat in a... What?
You also went back to Kern to basically tell him you had gotten rid of more Iron Solutions, where you promptly found him being attacked and eaten by mind flayers. You saved him just before his brain was extracted, and you killed the mind flayers, but burnt down the house.
And killed him and brought him back.
Yes, before
Not
his brain.
intentionally.
You got away with a revivify because of a lucky roll. But you headed to the tavern, and I believe that's where we left off.
Yeah.
The jeweled mine.
We also found out what that mirror got. A mirror.
It was. I think.
It's a scrying mirror.
Yeah.
Yeah, you did figure that out too.
Show me the beast.
But that's where he left off. So
Yeah.
I'll say
We need to find
Fast.
the liaison that was going to work with Jupiter.
yes, Misa Polk.
Misapol.
Should we do that first?
Yes.
Or should we send? Because these guys aren't safe here. I gesture at Kern and his family.
I think they'll be safe here for the time being. While we handle the situation, they'll be
How
safe
about-
here.
How about we compromise? There should be a sect of the Church of Mar here somewhere. I should be able to order a caravan for them to be transported to my home.
Is it Mar? Is that the name of your goddess?
Mara,
Mara. Okay. It's like Mara. Where are you?
I keep forgetting. Mira, that's the word.
Mira, yes.
Mira. I mean, yeah, we
Mara's
could just
the
get
penis demon from SMT.
Yeah. Yeah, no, we could try to let the church handle them.
All right. Do you guys want to take a long rest first? I'll
Oh,
say
yes.
it's nighttime when you get back to the tavern. There's
Yeah.
being in the
Oh, yeah.
mountain, you're not really privy to what time of day it is unless you look straight up and see the light coming from the.
Well, we know if if the sun's directly above us, it's noon.
Yeah, but the sun is gone.
And I mean, there should be like clocks all over this place, I'd imagine.
No obvious clocks, but
Shitty sundials.
They don't even work.
yeah, they wouldn't
Yeah.
work. But you guys get a long rest, I say. So go ahead and take a long rest.
Yay.
I've done it. We need to
Are you
find
gonna-
this. Huh?
I'm surprised you didn't dream spell.
I don't really have anyone to talk to. I could talk to your dad. Maybe I will dream spell.
Would you like to?
Yes.
All right.
I'll do the dream spell. And I'll talk to
My
that
favorite
green
type.
dragon. The green
Oh.
dragon I knew of. Yes.
Checking in
Craw.
on our friend.
Yeah.
All right. So you cast a spell. Now, how does it work again? Just give me a quick rundown.
The way it works, you cast a spell. You shape the creature's dreams. Choose a creature you know of as a target of the spell. The creature must be on the same plane of existence as you. Creatures that don't exceed, such as elves, cannot be compacted by the spell. You or a willing creature you touch enters a trance state, acting as a messenger. While in the trance, the messenger is aware of his or her surroundings, but can't take actions or move. If the target is asleep, the messenger appears in the target's dreams and can converse with the target as long as it remains asleep. Though through the duration of the spell, the messenger can also shape the environment of the dream, creating landscapes, objects, and other images. The messenger can emerge from the trance at any time, ending the effect of the spell early. The target recalls the dream perfectly upon waking. If the target is awake when you cast the spell, the messenger knows it and can either end the trance and the spell or wait for the target to fall asleep, at which point the messenger appears in the target's dream.
Okay.
I can also do mean stuff, but I'm not going to.
Okay. So you cast a spell.
Yes.
You feel your consciousness exit your skeleton body as you begin to drift in empty space until you finally impact on what is a lush green field just kind of in the sunlight, and you see in the distance your dragon friend kind of more or less just lounging in the sun.
That's sad. You dream about sleeping?
Lounging, he's not asleep.
You dream about laying around?
Are you talking to him directly?
Yeah.
He kind of like perks up and looks over at you. And at first, you see him take a defensive stance before he kind of relaxes and begins to meander over to you. And you do notice he's a little bigger than the last time you saw him.
Like he's gotten older?
Yes.
Oh.
He kind of
Interesting.
saunters over and snorts out at you and says, "I've been waiting patiently."
I know. I just have other things I have to handle before I can come and save you.
He kind of cocks his head, and you hear his neck pop. And he goes, "Things are getting worse."
Oh no. Why is that? Is it your mother?
No, it's complicated. And you
Whoa.
kind of see him kind of like get a little defensive.
Tell me what it is. It's not like anyone can hear you. We're here in a dream.
Make a persuasion check.
Can somebody else break into his dreams while you're in
20.
there?
23.
23.
If someone else casts the dream spell, yes, but how would anyone know that I'm in here to listen in? You know what I mean?
Well, what if they're just monitoring him in his sleep?
Well,
Like you said, it was just kind of weird that he was dreaming of lounging around.
I mean, I guess. But persuasion. I got a 23.
Okay, he goes, "It's the group my mother and I are a part of. Things have gotten serious."
Like war serious or cult serious or
Cult would be an operative word.
a dragon cult. Ooh.
He goes, "The dragon I was with when we attacked your ship,
Yeah.
he has been visiting lately, questioning my mother and myself
About.
about what happened to the boy on the ship.
They still haven't found the boy.
As far as I know, they haven't, but they're getting close."
Could you tell me the name of that black dragon?
Hold on, let me open my. I didn't expect that.
Oh, expect the unexpected. The
Yes.
Octavian.
Let me find it. That's not helpful. I don't think I've ever named him, have I?
Oh, I guess I don't know. Have you?
It's not in my notes.
Oh.
For notes, I just have Green Dragon. It was a black dragon that you didn't fight him.
Yeah.
He eventually you jumped on Craw and flew away.
But I saw him. I've seen this dragon.
You've seen him.
Yeah, so I don't need to know their name. I just need to choose a creature known to you as the target of this spell. And I know this black dragon.
Yes.
Yeah, all right. So I'm going to ask the green dragon. So, question. If you were asleep right now, which you are, is that black dragon also asleep?
I'm not sure. He's not with us currently. He visited a few days ago.
Oh, okay. Well, it's okay, Mr. Green Dragon. I'll pet him on the face.
He kind of pulls back at first, but then he like leans into it.
Are you afraid I'm going to hurt you?
He goes, "I've been hurt before."
Oh, I won't hurt you. I swear. I promise.
He
I'll
goes,
pull a giant novelty-sized cracker out of my pocket.
Okay.
There you are.
He eats it.
I have to be going. I need to go talk to that big black dragon you were telling me about.
He goes, "Be wary. He is not
Okay.
one to be trifled with."
Oh, trust me, I won't have to worry. He won't need to worry about me. The way that I'm going to exit the dream, as the sky is going to turn red and a meteor is going to fall out of the sky and slam into me, harming nothing, but just there's just a crater where I was now in this field.
Okay. You can't see his reaction, but you can.
Yep, because I break the dream. How much time has passed since? Is it still nighttime?
It's still nighttime. Well, with dreams, time is loosey goosey, so I'll say it's been maybe 2 or 3 hours.
All right, I'm gonna go. I can only cast this another time. I'm gonna cast Dream one more time, and I'm going to select the black dragon.
Okay. You feel your consciousness once again lift out of your body, and this time, it's not a pleasant field you find. It's a barren wasteland.
Okay. However, I don't look like I don't look like Octavian.
Okay.
I look like someone in like a
Turn into
mask.
a kobold.
No, I look like a Chuck E. Cheese mascot costume version of a dragon.
Okay.
Like I'm someone wearing a dragon costume, but you can't see my face. You know those big inflatable T-Rex suits?
Yes, I know.
It's like that, but like a dragon. And I'm just gonna walk around and be like, "Hello, hello,
Hello, hi.
hello, hi,
Hello, hi.
hi."
All right. And as you begin to walk, you see it's a desolate wasteland, but it's littered with corpses.
Oh God.
You see metallic dragons, you see humanoids, just everything you can possibly imagine. And then eventually the wasteland starts to give way to this sickly jungle-like facade.
Hmm.
And it takes you a while of walking, oddly enough, before you finally come to what looks like a hole in the ground. And you see...
I'll start flying.
Okay.
flying.
You
Yeah.
fly above it.
Yes.
As you fly above it, you can see directly down into it. You see the large, ancient black dragon just kind of sitting there. Looks like he's reading a book.
Okay. I'll land.
All right. Are you
I'll
making...
land on his on the book. I'll just sit on the book, like slowly lower down in a sitting position and just sit on the edge of the book. Be like, hi. It's a big book, right?
Yeah, massive.
Yeah. Be like, hi, hello. I'm still in that costume. You can't see me.
Okay.
I'm like, hi.
The dragon
It's
is...
got big old button eyes.
The dragon just
Hi.
kind of looks at you and says, "This is new."
This is new. You've never dreamed about something so beautiful as me.
He kind of like tries to swat you away.
As I float back. You're like, you don't know who I am.
It's kind of like it shuts the book, gently sets it down, and then rears back to its full height on its limbs.
Yes.
And it just kind of like it leans in and just starts to circle you in it, and like with its head just trying to examine you.
Yes. Do you like it? I look like the color of the dragon costume I'm in. It's kind of like a hodgepodge. Like it's made up of a lot of different pieces of fabric that have all been like loosely sewn together.
It kind of leans in and says, "I don't like being bothered in my dreams."
Whoa. Isn't this your dream? Can't you just change it the way you want?
Kind of smiles, and it changes from the dark hole to this strange obsidian room.
Oh.
And he goes, "I did, but you're still here."
Oh. Well, maybe I'm just I'm just something that you need to maybe I'm some sort of weird repressed memory that's just really hard for you to get by, and now I'm finally beginning to bubble to the surface.
Make a deception check.
23.
Hold on.
Yeah, it'll be his insight.
I gotta get it.
He's a black dragon, so it's probably very high.
There's so many damn dragons now. There it is.
Yes.
Insight. Fuck, I actually want to roll that. How do I... Fuck, sorry. D&D Beyond is not cooperating.
Oh, damn.
There we go. Insight is wisdom.
Yes.
And what'd you roll?
I rolled a 23.
All right. It smiles and says, "Maybe you're the stuffed animal I lost from when I was a child.
Oh, maybe I am.
Or maybe
Yes.
you're an invader and I should do away with you." And it kind of
I'm not an invader.
It rears back and unleashes a torrent of acid spray.
I'm being melted. Oh, I'm gonna start like melting. Uh,
Yeah, because doesn't Lundo have full control over the shape of the tree?
I do, yes.
Can't you just shape it into like green Kool-Aid?
Yeah.
Ecto
But I know
Cooler.
I'm gonna melt like I'm the Wicked Witch, like and then I'm going to a tiny little version of himself is going to run out of the puddle and be like, ta-da!
Oh my god.
And I'm gonna run up his tail and sit on his top of his head and just be like, so what are the plans? What are our evil, devious plans? What are we going to do? We're gonna overthrow Tiamat, right? Right? We're gonna overthrow that bitch.
As you say that, you see the demeanor kind of change from that kind of like mildly amused to suddenly very tense.
Oh, well, did I strike a chord? But that's what we wanted to do, right? We wanted to overthrow Tiamat because we're the strongest, the bestest, and the most coolest dragon there is, right?
He
Or has something changed?
he kind of leans in and says, "I don't know what you are,
Oh, honey,
but I don't like when someone meddles in my affairs."
honey, no. I'm the god of dreams. I'm the god of trickery, deceit.
Make another
I'm the
deception
god
check.
of. Oh shit! 30.
Okay. He kind of, you see its defenses kind of lax for a minute, and then it kind of tenses up again and goes, "Why would a god be meddling in my well, that's not true." Kind
I'm
of
the god of mischief.
kind of like looks off, and for a brief moment this like strange, like you can see the gears turning in their head, like maybe they're saying too much. And they go, "If you are a god, which
I am.
I'm not ruling out, why bother me?"
Because you're so. I'm going to sit on his like horns, the kind of like weird horns that are sitting on the side of his face. I'm going to sit on those and just be like, because you're a very, very, very powerful dragon who seems to have caught the attention of Tiamat, and I want to fuck with Tiamat. I want to, let's just say, perform a divine prank. Wouldn't it be very funny if one of her beloved disciples were to turn against her in a very fun way? That is, unless you're too weak to do it.
The dragon like sits back and says, "I would never cross Tiamat."
Because you're afraid of her?
No, because what she's
Oh.
promised me is more important
What
than
did she
anything
promise you?
I can provide for
What
myself.
did she promise you? I'll double it.
Not likely. And with that, the dream kind of ends, and you're back into a
damn.
black void. You
Cheap.
gather it probably woke
Yeah.
itself up.
Oh, then I wake up too.
Yeah, you're back. You're back in your. Are you sharing a room with Kern, or has Kern got his own room?
Yeah, I'll share a room with Kern.
You kind of come
Oh,
back. And,
God.
you see Kern.
Yeah.
He's kind of singed. He's beat up. He's got sucker marks all over his forehead, and he's just
Oh
staring.
no, he's been cleaned up by this point.
Yeah, we sent him to the bath.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah,
you did
remember?
send him that. Then he looks fine. He's a little. His hair is a little singed, but he's clean.
Hi, Kern.
He's awake, just as he's kind of like sitting in the bed, watching as his wife and kids are sleeping.
What's wrong, Kern? Is karma too much for you?
He looks very somber, and he's like, "Yes, I see that karma is finally catching up to me. I don't think I deserved you, though.
No one deserves me. I'm too good for everyone.
The gods have a sick, twisted mentality. I was just doing what was best for my family, that's all."
By destroying other families, yes. You should be lucky, Kern. We could be as bad as Iron Solutions and we could have killed you, but instead we've decided to take you in, treat you well, even though you've horribly done some very bad things and slighted Hugo. You should be lucky that Hugo is willing to forgive you, or at the very least, look past those past transgressions. I, on the other hand, have no sympathies. I enjoy toying with you and playing with you like some sort of freakish little plaything. Killing you would be too easy and not. Where would the fun go? I do enjoy tormenting you, Kern. But if you truly are willing to change for the better, I can appreciate that. But you need to prove me right. Or you have to prove yourself first in that regard.
He just shakes his head and tries to go back to sleep.
Sleep. How I miss thee.
All right, so I'm going to say you guys get your long rest.
Okay.
You wake up to the ringing of bells throughout the whole city. And as you go to the window and you look up, you can see that there's a shadow casting over the entrance to the top of the city.
Oh my god, it's the Black Dragon.
No.
No, it's probably the city.
Oh.
You can
Oslo, right?
No, Dextros.
Dextros.
Oslo's the city of pleasure.
That's it. Yeah.
Dextros is where you started.
Dextros!
Yeah, my home city.
You get the idea that it's docking currently. All right.
We can check in our business.
We could.
If you'd like, you can.
Yeah.
You get the idea that Dextros docks for about a day to refuel, resupply, disembark, re-embark other passengers. So you get the idea that you'd probably have a day if you'd like to go back up there.
Well, we need to handle the what's-her-face, Juno's liaison,
Misa Polk.
Misa Polk.
All right. You can try and track her down if you'd like.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll do that because I'm sure it takes lots of time for Dextros to actually dock.
Yeah. Now they just slam it into the top of the bill, top of the mountain. How should we find this woman?
Unfortunately, I've never met her, so I can't track her.
Yeah, I've never met her either.
You didn't ask Jupiter either.
We didn't.
He did let on that he knew more about her, but you never really questioned him on it. Wow, that's some loud horse hooves.
Yeah. Maybe we should go check out we should go check out the governor or the mayor or whatever his fucking name is. Whatever position he is.
We can scry on her. We have the mirror.
Oh, we do have the mirror.
All right.
Yes.
Does that work?
Let's try it.
Need a
Let's
name.
go. Yeah, let's go into Hugo's room, put up the mirror, and see if it works.
All right. So you go into Hugo's room.
Mm-hmm.
You take the mirror and you give me an Arcana check.
Yes, sir.
Ooh, I got an 18.
Plus 9.
So what's your total?
12 plus 9 is 21.
21 and 18. All right. So you figure it is a mirror of scrying, but it seems to be lacking something to get it going.
What could it be missing? Oh, wait. It's a mind flares mirror. It probably requires psionics. I'm going to telekinetically, with my ability to speak telepathically, talk to the mirror.
Okay.
I'm gonna say, "Show me Misa Pokes."
Misa Polk.
Misa Poke.
All right. As you stare into the mirror, at first nothing happens, and as you're about to turn and like suggest something else, you feel your consciousness being sucked out and into the mirror.
Oh my goodness.
And you all watched Octavian kind of ragdolls for a minute.
Oh,
He just kind of falls into a bag of bones.
oh, that's normal.
Yeah, that's fine.
But Octavian, you feel yourself being flown out of the room of the tavern and into the city. And before you can get your bearings, you're suddenly whirred around and launched towards a large, almost like crystalline structure on the side of the mountain that's built into the side. And you dive into there, and you twisting through corridors, flying through halls, until you come to a small office that's propped open. And inside you see a halfling woman kind of sitting there just writing notes, every now and then stopping to like look around, getting an epiphany, continue to writing.
I'm getting a very good. I'm analyzing every part of her features.
Okay.
Okay. All right. Okay. Cool. Cool. All right.
All right.
Excellent.
But you scry on her. She doesn't seem to be talking to anybody, and you only get a glimpse of her and the room around her.
Okay.
But
Cool.
you do notice you can stay here as long as you'd like. There's no time limit on the spell because you have the mirror itself acting as what's the word?
A focus?
Yeah, it's basically a focus.
Okay.
So
Interesting.
you don't have a time limit.
I guess I'll pull back.
All right.
Yeah.
You launch back into your body, which you have to reassemble.
His body fell apart.
Yeah.
You just collapse into bones.
Yeah, my consciousness went into the mirror.
Me actively panicking at that.
Ah, man. God, I'm such a mess. I'm literally falling. I say this as I'm like reassembling. I'm literally falling apart.
Now,
God.
did you do this in front of Kern?
Oh, yeah.
You come back, and him.
No,
and
wait,
his-
we went to Hugo's room, didn't
Oh,
we?
that's right. We did.
He did go to his
Yeah.
room, yes. Then never mind. He does not see the
Yeah.
horrific nature of this.
I'm just reassembling. Just.
All right.
I know where the bitch is, guys.
Oh, right.
Yes. Let's drop that mirror in the bag of holding to keep it safe.
All right.
Okay.
I think it will fit, right? It's not that big of a mirror, right?
It's
should.
it's like a foot across.
Okay. It should fit.
It'll fit,
Yeah.
but it's not like a hand mirror. It's like a wall mirror.
Okay. It's a bathroom mirror from a Steak and Shake bathroom that we ripped off the wall.
All right. But you have a general idea that as you look out the window, you do see the same crystalline structure on the side of the mountain that you saw in your vision.
Oh. She's over there. She's in that building.
Well, let's go.
Yeah, let's fucking do it. Yes. Yeah.
As you exit, you do notice Kern and his family kind of sitting outside the room that you left them in, and Kern kind of approaches and he says, what do you want us to do? Just hide
You're gonna
here?
stay here, Kurt. You're not gonna do anything.
He goes, what's stopping me from leaving?
Well, first, actually, don't you remember we were going to go and see if I could get a caravan to take them back to my
true.
manor?
You can arrange that if you'd like.
That is, if you are interested in an actual job.
He kind of shrugs and says, what do I have left? I have no businesses. I just have my family and whatever's on us. If you're saying you'll employ me, I'll take it.
Excellent. And remember, Kern, we know where you are. Always and forever.
You usually get a rise out of him with that, but you see that he's kind of just defeated at this point.
Remember, children, keep your father in check, lest your life become worse than it already is.
The kids kind of hide behind their mother.
Don't terrorize the children.
I'm not terrorizing them. I'm scaring them. There's a difference.
Hugo just winces at that.
All right.
All right.
So I'll say easily enough, you find a caravan headed to relatively close to your home, and they say they'll take them on, but it'll cost about 300 gold. Because it's cross continents. They have to board a ship, sail
That's
from.
Yes.
something I can. That's something I can cover.
Well, let's see if we can get a cheaper price. Kern here is a blacksmith, so he could also lend services to you if something were to happen on the road and you needed repairs of some sort of metal, of something of that sort. Right, Kern? You could offer that service if need be.
He kind of looks at you and, like, shrugs and says, I haven't, as you saw at my shop, I wasn't really doing the best. I am a little out of practice, but I can lend my services if it reduces the price. And he kind of like, I guess it'll work. And the caravan leader kind of like scratches his chin. He's like, we've got enough blacksmiths. I mean, can you cook? And you see Karn kind of shake his head. The guy
I guess
goes,
we'll pay the 300.
Right. He kind of, as you hand him the money, he goes, also, now we're going to get close to where you want us to drop him off, but after that, he's kind of on his own.
It's fine.
All
And
right.
why is that?
He goes, we're going near that town, but we can't just divvy out of the way and take we're trade routes. That costs a lot of money. We're just taking him near to where it is.
All right. I'll hand an extra $200 or gold to Kern.
He takes it and he kind of looks it over and he says, this is a lot of coin.
It's to hire protection to make sure you get to the town safely.
Kind of nods and says, I appreciate that.
And anything you don't spend, you can consider your starting pay, whatever you don't spend.
Because that's very kind of you. You were always not as cruel as your compatriots.
Sorry, my hearing. What was that, Kern?
He has nothing at all.
You know it's true. You know it's
You
true.
calling me cruel, Kern?
Oh my god. You are literally almost as psychotic as Octavian. The only difference between you two is that you're just brutally psychotic, and Octavian is creatively psychotic.
He's like, no, it was a joke. I appreciate what you're doing for me. And you can see his face like turn a little white as he locks eyes with you, Hugo.
Be careful what you say around Hugo, Kern. You actually slighted him. You just annoyed me. We don't have time for this.
Just
We gotta go to the
let's
crystalline structure.
Just be safe.
Yes.
And I give just like, I don't actually cast a spell, but I just like give like a gesture of blessing to him and his children.
All right, he nods and says, I do thank you. He goes, my life may never get to where it used to be, but at least I have it.
Better not get to where it used to be. I point at him.
He goes, no, I mean, not like, slighting people. I just mean being wealthy again. No. And he gets very defensive. And the caravan goes, come on, let's go. Load up in the caravan. Ugh. And Kern and his family kind of hop into a carriage, and they head out through the large gates of Blackhorn.
So, I don't know what this woman does. She's a halfling.
She's a halfling.
I don't know what she does, but she did seem to have an office of sorts in this weird crystalline building on the side of the mountain. So,
Yes.
she might be of some renown.
So, you head over to the large crystalline structure, which
Yes.
you can ask around what it's called if you'd like.
Yeah.
You kind of just stop a random citizen.
What's that building called?
They kind of like look up. It's the Diamond Academy.
The Diamond Academy. Is it like a school?
Because, yeah, it's a prestigious magic college. Are you
Oh my god, it's so fancy. I've never seen one before.
kind of...
What are you disguised as right now?
It's like a tourist.
God.
Oh my god, that's so crazy. Wow, they're so educated here. All right, thank you, sir.
kind of like, as you walk away, he's like scratching his head like, what the hell was that?
The Diamond Academy. Wow.
All right. As you get close, you see a gaggle of students, exiting.
A gaggle?
A It's a word.
Yeah.
You watch as a group of students exit the academy, and then you see another group enter, but they flash little ID cards towards the guards who open the gate and let them in.
Ah, yes.
And as you approach, two of the guards kind of see you and nod, and a third one kind of approaches. He puts out his hand and says, what's your business here?
We have someone we need to talk to.
Do you have an appointment?
Yes.
Make a deception check.
God.
Deception, yes. It's a 23.
23. The guard
Yes.
looks and goes, just a moment, and he walks over and he taps on one guy and he kind of hands him a ledger and he begins to flip
I'm
through
going to turn invisible when he turns away.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, and I'm gonna follow behind him because I want to see the names on the ledger.
Okay.
Yeah.
Make a stealth check with advantage, and let me.
Okay. Okay. And so the first one was I believe it was hold on. God damn it. Here we go. Okay, it was a 14.
14.
Yes.
All right. So you kind of get up behind him and like shimmy along with him, and he kind of stops and like turns and looks over his shoulder, like looking around, and he's like, oh, "Must have been nothing."
Must have been the wind.
But he eventually kind of like gets to the other guy, and he pulls out the ledger. And as you look over his shoulder, you see a list of names, some crossed out, some circled, and you see one for a party of 4 people called the Misfits.
The Misfits. Yes, that one. I'll choose that one, and I'm gonna run back and reappear.
Okay. You reappear just as he turns back. He approaches and goes, what is your name? Your
The
affiliation?
Misfits.
And he goes, oh, very well. And you see he crosses off in the ledger and says, you're allowed in. The Duchess will see you in her chambers.
The Duchess. Oh, yes, of course.
He goes, yes, she is expecting you to help her with research today.
Excellent. Excellent. Marvelous. Thank you so much.
He goes, no problem. And he kind of like gestures and the other guards open the large gate.
So, boys, I saw that the Misfits essentially have 4 members. There's only 3 of us, not including, Gus. But if anyone
What are you
asks...
talking about? We have Sphere here.
Oh, true.
Yeah,
good
you have
point.
Sphere. I counted Sphere for once.
Ah, okay. Sorry, Sphere. No offense, but
Can Sphere talk?
No, he doesn't talk.
Okay. But you guys enter in. It's a large open courtyard. And all the structures are made out of this kind of like, not transparent, but mildly opaque. Not opaque, wrong word. They are mildly reflective. And as you walk by, you can see little like warped visions of yourself along the way. And as you enter, you have no idea the layout of the structure or where Misa Polk might be.
I'll walk up to, I guess a student or something.
You can, easily enough. There's a
Yes.
couple students, gathered in the courtyard.
Hi, yes. I'm looking for Misa Polk.
You see them kind of stop, and they like close their books gently, and they go, why do you need to see Professor Polk? And who are
She
you?
was saying she was going to help us with some research on a field of some sort, something to do with necromancy. Ooh.
They kind of look to each other and say,
Wait.
"Oh, are you the mercenary she hired to find the research team?"
Wait,
Yeah.
couldn't we have
Yes,
just
we
come in
are.
claiming that? Couldn't we have just come in claiming that I'm the son of Jupiter? I'm sure they've been in contact.
Oh, I mean, I guess you're right, but I don't know if she was expecting Jupiter. I thought she was going to like scry talk with him so that there was no like affiliation, or at least no affiliation that can be proved. You know what I mean?
I get it.
Yeah. Yeah, we're those mercenaries, the misfits.
She kind of goes, "Well, she's third floor, end of the hall."
Is she the
Sure.
Duchess?
No,
Is she also referred to as the Duchess? No.
no. The Duchess is visiting from a neighboring kingdom. She's just here gathering information.
Oh, interesting.
But how would you know about the Duchess?
Because I'm hip and cool, and I walk away.
How would you know? You're just the student.
Yeah, freak. I push him. No, nerd.
Just turn into a full.
Yeah, just total dickhead.
All right, but she gives you. She kind of points you. She says that building, third floor,
Okay.
all the way at the end.
Awesome. Thank you so much.
And as you walk away, you see one of the guards kind of approach them, and they like start talking and looking in your general direction.
Okay, guys, run.
Do you run?
No, just start briskly walking.
All right. The guard kind of like nods and heads back to his post.
Okay.
But as you enter the Diamond Academy itself, the whole building is made of this reflective crystal-like structure. And at certain points, it's a little disorienting because even the doors are made out of this crystal. And as you approach, it almost looks like a wall. But as you get closer, they kind of gently open for you as you approach.
Oh my god. So fancy. They got these automatic doors.
But you eventually make your way to the third floor at the end of the hall, and you find a small little office labeled Professor Misopolk.
Awesome. I'll knock on the door.
You hear kind of like a little bit of shuffling, and then the door eventually opens, and a little head. It's a halfling woman like you saw, long red hair, no glasses, but she does have like almost not cloudy eyes, but kind of red, probably from a lack of sleep. And she kind of just looks and goes, who are you?
Shove Mars forward.
She kind of like, oh, a Loxodon. And you kind of see her demeanor kind of change for a brief moment.
Come on, Mars. Tell her why we're here.
Sorry, I'm
Shut
so
the door
used to
behind
you
us.
doing all the talking in these situations.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Well,
The door behind us.
madam, I'm the son of Jupiter.
As you say that, her eyes like kind of narrow, and she goes, come in quietly, and she opens the door. And inside you see, it's a small office, well organized, not messy at all. The books are on the shelf. There's 2 chairs and her desk and a small window that overlooks a courtyard. But she kind of ushers you in, checks the hallway once again, and then closes the door. And she sits down behind her desk and goes, usually Jupiter contacts me through, and she gestures, and you see a little notepad with notes scribbled on it. She goes through, it's not important. Why has he felt it's urgent to send you?
He was kidnapped
well,
by a
he's
flock
recently-
of beagles. What?
Shut up, Octavian. Recently, he's been arrested.
Oh, God.
You see her kind of like get a little white, and she goes, oh, that's unfortunate. And you kind of like see her like take a book off her desk and put it under her desk. She goes, that's unfortunate, but what is it that I can do for you?
Listen, man, we've already have plenty of dirt on your illicit activities with my father.
I'm going to
But
sneeze and my
the
mask is going to
church-
fly off.
I'm going to stop that from happening. No.
I'm sorry.
Okay. If you're gonna stop it, Octavian, are you gonna let him stop it, or are you gonna?
No, of course not. I'm making the mask fly off my face.
Okay, give me.
What would I have to roll?
I'm trying to think. I guess.
Can I just roll a straight dexterity?
Yeah, roll dexterity, and Octavian roll strength to see if you can push the mask off.
Oh.
I got a natural 20 for a 21.
I got a 7.
Okay, so you see Octavian kind of like getting ready to
Reel
do it.
back to sneeze.
Yeah, and you just like put your hand and stop him just in the nick of time.
God damn it.
And
Like I just slapped my hand across his face.
yeah, Gus like
And I-
rattles
Mars,
around the head.
baby.
And then I just turn to the woman and say, "Look, we have plenty of dirt on the illicit activities you've had with my father right now, but the church
The affair.
is willing to overlook Octavian. If you want me to do the talking, stop talking."
The affair.
The affair.
The church is willing to overlook any illicit activities as long as you cooperate with our current investigation.
She kind of leans back in her chair and like scratches her chin, and she goes, "I suppose I could help you, but," and she kind of like looks you over and says, "You're capable adventurers, correct?"
Yes.
She goes, "I'll make you a deal.
Oh,
I'll give you every little bit of information I have on Jupiter and Juno if you find my missing students."
I mean,
Hold
that
on.
seems like a fair trade.
where are your missing students?
She kind of smiles and says, "Well, I sent them into the mine
Uh-huh.
to gather a type of moss that only grows in the Underdark."
Dank moss. Kush.
Octavian takes 10 points of psychic damage.
No. Hot
No.
Molly.
She goes, "No." She goes, "It's not important what they were gathering. It's important that they haven't been back in 4 months."
Oh, they're probably dead, honey.
Yeah, you sent students into the Underdark?
Yeah,
I
they're
sent them with guard chaperones.
chaperones. Today, kids, we're going to North Korea, but it'll be fine. We have chaperones with us.
They volunteered for this expedition. It's good research for them and practical.
Being willing doesn't make the Underdark any less dangerous.
Well, it doesn't. But from what I gathered, one of the guards did make it back to the surface. He said they had been captured by drow or something like that.
God damn it.
Mars, do we really have time for something like this?
I don't think we do. It seems like more this is a her problem.
This is a her problem. This is a her problem that she caused herself.
Yeah, you could just tell us
Isn't-
the information we know, and we don't tell you how bad of a fucking educator you are.
Make a persuasion check.
Yeah.
I want to do an intimidation.
Yeah, I was
check.
going to say intimidation,
Yeah.
actually.
And
Intimidation.
we also don't turn you into the government for actual neglect towards students.
Right? Ironically, though I don't have the expertise on this, I also rolled a 23 on intimidation.
She kind of like gets a little startled. She goes, no, that's not necessary. Look,
just
I-
tell
Can
us.
I use- can I
Give us
use
the
my
information, and
for
maybe we'll send
intimidation?
some priests over to help you at some point.
Yeah.
She goes, "Fine. What do you want to know exactly? I have a
Everything.
lot of information, but I need specifics. I've got a broad."
Everything.
And you see she pulls the book out and she puts it back on the table. And it's, "What languages do you all speak?"
I speak Elvish and telepathy.
I
Okay.
speak Common and Loxodon.
Okay.
I speak Celestial and Common.
Okay. It is in a language.
and Gus can speak. Hold on, I have it on the notes. In his notes,
Can he speak demonic languages?
yeah, I think he can speak Infernal.
Oh, well, then Gus says, "Hey, that book is titled Diary. It might be important."
Excellent.
It's just the title he reads, though.
So it's no language that we understand.
Yeah, to you, it all looks like gibberish. But to Gus, he immediately says, "It says diary on that."
All right. I'm going to put on
Excellent.
my rose-colored glasses that say comprehend that that are of comprehend languages.
All right. It says, does it tell you what language it is, or it just deciphers it?
It just deciphers it. Doesn't
Okay.
tell me
Then
what
you
language.
see it says Diary of Misopolk.
Isn't that the guy who we
Some
found out
woman's-
was another?
It's her.
Misopolk is her.
Yeah.
Ah, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Are you
I
really
forgot.
Misa Polk? No.
I forgot. I'm sorry.
No, it's okay.
No,
It's just
you're
like the idea that we start questioning if she really is who we think that she is. All right, Misa. What did Juno turn herself into?
She like throws her hands up and says, "Listen, fine. I talked to Jupiter a few weeks ago. He said that Juno had begun dabbling in very old magics, far beyond anything I've researched. But he put me onto a few books," and she gestures over to herself, and she says, "From what I understand, she was trying to achieve, almost trying to copy herself. So there's more than one of her. Not like the clone spell, mind you, or simulacrum. Literal... Wait, is a clone spell even a thing? No.
Yeah, clone spell's a thing.
Okay.
But the clone spell is that once you die, the clones wake up.
Yeah, she goes, no,
Yeah.
it's two souls existing at once. A perfect clone, if you will. One that doesn't require incubation. Once you activate it, it is a copy of yourself, mind and body. That is what I understand as her trying to achieve. Now, from what I understand, Jupiter had regaled me that it had not gone well. And I had recently begun researching into it more.
I mean, we could have told you it didn't go well.
Any particular reason why she would have sent a body to the Shadowfell?
That was where she stored them. She liked the Shadowfell. It was private to her.
She stored them there.
If I recall,
You wouldn't by any chance have any teleportation magic, would you?
she goes, no, but just go back to her house. She probably has a room devoted to it.
God
I'm gonna try to
damn it.
look at. I'm gonna
We
try to look
never
at Mars.
found it.
Yeah, I'm gonna be like, Mars. You didn't know this.
No. What? Wait, what do I not know? You kind of cut out a little
Oh,
bit for a
She
second
said
there.
that she said that your mother, Juno, probably had a room in the house devoted to transportation to the Shadowfell.
I had no idea about this.
She goes, she probably
It's
kept
the
it
one
secret.
room you never went into. Like it's like the personal bathroom suite in their like.
There's like no part of the house that I haven't been in at least once on occasion.
So it must be a secret room. It has to be.
She goes, it could be. I've never met these two. They just talk to me through message
Could be in
and
the zombie pit.
It could very well be the zombie pit. Yeah.
because she has
That'd
a
be
zombie
great place
pit.
to hide something. Oh, she has a zombie pit. Yeah.
Of course.
Yeah.
It's like I got involved with the wrong people again, didn't I?
Are you not a necromancer? I was under the impression you were a
She
necromancer.
goes, no, I'm just a researcher.
Oh, so
I'm just
what
a
kind of
researcher.
magic do you study?
Well, and you see her kind of like adjust herself, and she goes, I can't really perform magic, you see. I just study
Oh.
it.
Oh, you're not
Oh,
that.
so you're like one of those nerds that just study magic but can't actually do it.
Yeah, a squib.
She goes, I teach it on a practical level. I teach the theory of magic. It's like
Always
that.
become a bard. Well,
She goes,
maybe
my
if you play your
brother is a
cards
bard.
right, there could be a big, patron of sorts that might lend you some magic for a price.
We're not doing that. You are not becoming a warlock patron.
Oh no, I don't want to. I don't think I'm strong enough to become that. I'm just saying in general.
Octavian's end goal.
God, the end of Octavian's story, he becomes an eldritch demon and becomes a warlock patron.
I'm going to telepathically talk to Hugo in this moment. I'm going to say, Hugo, when we leave this room, make sure to break the lock on the door.
All right.
Yeah.
I like how he's
Sure.
just like, yeah, sure. No
Yeah.
hesitation.
Hugo's like, fuck yeah.
All right, she goes, look,
All right.
are you still interested in saving my research team? And she like
Ah!
throws her hands up.
God, do we need to say like God? They are kids.
She goes, well, they're not kids. She goes, this is a college. They're adults. They knew what they were getting into.
It's not like when Hogwarts threw all of the Harry and
Right.
his and Draco into the Forbidden Woods as detention.
Right? Yeah.
What
Okay.
can you offer us?
Yeah.
She goes, well, I can't pay you.
What do you mean you can't pay us?
Fucking
You work
cool.
at a college.
Yeah, she does.
You work at a college.
Salary.
Make an
Look at
insight
this
check.
place. What do you mean you cannot pay us? You
Look at this
just,
stuff.
like,
Isn't it neat?
I got a
Wouldn't you
22
say
on
her
insight.
selections on fleek.
You kind of look at her, and even though she has a small, like, she's a teaching job, she's kind of dressed kind of raggedish. And she's like, look, I may or may not spend most of my money in places that other people don't like to go.
The
You
bar or the
go to brothels.
She goes,
the
no,
casino?
no, not brothels. And
casinos?
she goes, there's no casino in the city, thank goodness.
Oh,
She
bars.
goes, there's a fight club that I frequent.
Oh shit.
And she goes, yes. And she goes, I'm not very good at picking winners.
Oh, that's too bad.
perhaps you should stop that.
Maybe that's why all the kids got lost. She looked at them and said, "Yeah, they can defend themselves," and then sent them on their way.
She goes, I'm close to winning it all, though, so I'm not giving up anytime soon.
Okay, well,
That's what a lot of people say. We're leaving.
I'm gonna turn. Yeah, as we leave, I'm gonna telepathically speak to the two and say, "Question: Is it possible that the students that were sent out by her into the fucking Underdark could have been kidnapped by mind flayers? And that the guard that escaped was a mind flayer in disguise, saying they were captured by Drow."
I mean, if knowing that there are mind flayers here, anything is possible, but we
Yeah.
cannot just like outright start going. Mind flayers are responsible for all the problems in this town because
But how
It
do
sometimes
would
we
be a
know?
waste
bad
of
things
time.
happen.
It would
How
be
do
a
we know?
waste of time.
It could be. They could very well be a problem with. I like that like conspiracy theory kind of mindset where it's like it's lizard people behind everything. It's like it's mind flares behind everything. It's,
Sometimes bad things just happen, Octavia.
whatever
True.
happened to them, it sounds like a skill issue.
yeah.
So can't be helped. If we're not getting paid, I have no reason to go.
Oh, break the lock, Hugo.
All right.
In a way that
Hugo
you can't
breaks the
open
law.
door.
Give me a strength check. Unless you want to hit it with, like, your weapon.
I mean, I could do either or.
Yeah,
Let's try to
whatever
keep it a
you'd like.
little. Yeah, let's try to keep it just a
I'm
little
gonna be subtle.
nonchalant. Yeah.
All right. Make a sleight of
Oh,
hand
wow.
check, then.
I rolled a 17 plus 4 for strength.
All right, give me a sleight of hand. So I'll say you break it, but the sleight of hand determines if she notices or not.
All right. Well, let me see if I have anything to help.
In all honesty, we should just turn her into the police.
Oh no, that's why I'm having that. That's why I asked Hugo to lock the door so that I can just go, "Hey, yeah, this bitch is doing some fucked up shit. She's currently locked in a room, so she can't run away. You should probably go handle that."
Yes, she sent some of her students into the Underdark and hasn't reported that they've been missing for 4 months.
Exactly. What did you get, Hugo, for sleight of hand? Oh.
I rolled a 4 plus 1.
I'll
So
inspire
5.
you.
Hold on, but I'll also add Flash of Genius, which is a reaction. It gives me plus 5 to my roll, so it's a 10.
10. Okay. I'll say the inspiration kicks in if you'd like to roll that as well.
Sure. What's the die on that?
I think it's a D10. Hold on. Bardic Inspiration, yeah, it's 1D10.
All right. D10. Oh, I rolled a 10. So total of 20. Damn.
She kind of like, you see her kind of like fumbling with books as you just bend the knob and shut the door. She's now, are you trying to trap her inside?
Yes.
Okay. You guys can't get in and she probably can't get out.
Great. I need to go to the nearest like higher up faculty member.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. You go, as you're exiting, you see a kind of hoity-toity looking elf just kind of reading a book, walking through the halls.
And Hugo, you go with Octavian. I'm going to go report this to the city guards.
Oh, all right.
Oh yeah. So I'm gonna walk up to the elf and be like, "Hi, yes," in Elvish. He'd be like, "Hi, yes. I was just done talking to a particular individual that works here, Misa Polk, the
The elf.
halfling woman.
Yep.
Yes. She's been having some very odd dealings with a group of necromancers that were doing some very uncouth, very unethical experiments on living people and turning them into zombies. She was helping them in that endeavor through research. She was also has sent a group of students away about 4 weeks ago, or was it months ago, that haven't returned yet because they went into the Underdark.
And she spends all her money on gambling.
She spends all her money on fight clubs. Yes.
See, the elf kind of like shut their book very gently and go, I'm a janitor.
Fucking okay.
The high
there
elf
anyone
is the
you
janitor.
can-
That's hilarious.
Is there anyone here that can help?
He flicks his wrist and he casts prestidigitation, and you're all cleaned up.
Thank you so much.
He goes,
Wow.
if you're looking, you could talk to Duchess Abigail. She is a high member of the court.
Thank God.
Because I
Thank you.
have to return to my duties. And he opens the book and
Yes.
heads down the hallway.
You look so busy.
And as he does this, you start to hear shouting from behind you from the office of Misa.
Okay, let's run.
We just hear.
Run. Let's run.
All right.
You just hear.
Really? Discord.
What did Discord do? Oh God.
He is gone. Oh, he is back.
Okay, there you are.
Are you okay?
I'm fine. Discord is
Okay.
just being.
Okay.
I mean, we could hear you. You sounded fine.
Yeah. The thing is, like, I can't hear anyone because
Oh.
Discord cut everyone off.
Can you hear us now?
Yeah, you're good.
Okay.
Okay.
So
yeah,
you
let's
hear.
run to the Duchess.
Okay. Mars, I'll say you exit the academy. Hugo, Octavian, and Sphere and Gus Gus, you guys begin asking around, asking for Duchess Abigail. Eventually, some of the students kind of quizzically like, she's in the library giving a lecture.
Oh my God. Is there someone like the dean or someone we could talk to?
There is the dean, but I believe he's out of town.
God damn it.
Fucking. Okay.
Well, let's
who
go.
can I
Let's
talk-
go. Let's go to the library.
All right.
Okay.
I'm gonna go to the library.
Mars, you exit, and you see immediately there are some guards just patrolling. If you want to just run to them real quick.
Yes, I go and report this to them.
They kind of like, they like adjust themselves and say, this is some very serious charges you levied against her. Do you have any proof?
Well, currently she's locked in her office. There's plenty of proof in there. She showed us her own diary that has all of this information in it.
They kind of look to each other and say, this is very odd, but take us to her office and we'll do the rest.
I do so.
All right, you lead them back to the academy where the other guards see you coming. They kind of like look a little confused, and then you basically explain the situation. They go, of course, and they allow you entrance once again back into the Diamond Academy.
I walk into the library where the lecture is.
You see maybe 3 or 4 students sat around a table, and a older human woman, maybe in her 60s, kind of sitting there just talking and pointing at what looks like a little book that is floating next to her. And every time she points at it, a sentence like jumps out and then retreats back in.
All right, Duchess, is
There's
that?
there's only like 4 students.
Yeah, there's only 4 students.
Oh my God.
That must not be that impressive of a Duchess. Are you the Duchess?
She kind of like stops and, yes, you're interrupting my lecture. This better be important.
It's wizardry's a fucking sham. I can do everything better than you. I'm a bard.
Do you say this out loud?
Kind of, yeah.
She's like,
Kind of.
Excuse me?
Excuse me? Yes. Are you aware that one of your faculty members is performing illicit necromancy practices and aiding criminals to do some very unruly, unethical necromantic practices, on top of sending students into the Underdark who have been missing for 4 months now and are possibly dead, if not enslaved or worse?
And her gambling problem.
Well, I mean, that's not really a thing that the school can really deal with. That's more of like a her problem, but still.
Doesn't look good for the
Yeah.
school.
That's right.
Going to fight clubs, gambling.
Yeah. If this was a Bardic college, none of this shit would have happened.
What are you talking about? It happened all the time.
Yeah, it would be all over.
It'd be worse. But she kind of like adjusts herself and says, students, I have to take care of this." And she like shuts the book, and they all go, "Of course." And they all like begin to disperse. And she kind of leans into you, Octavian, and says, "Who the fuck are you talking about?"
Misa.
Misa Polk? She's a researcher.
Yes, the halfling. Yes. Yes.
You're saying she has dealings with... She can't even do magic. How could she have dealings
Oh, no,
with
no, no, no.
necromancy?
She's not doing the magic. She's helping the necromancers do the magic by aiding them in their research.
Make a persuasion check.
Oh, God. 23.
23.
Can't
She
roll
goes-
lower than it.
She kind of like puts her hand on her shoulder and says, "Then let's go talk to Misa."
Okay, she's currently locked in her office.
She kind of like looks at you and says, "How did you manage that?
How did I manage what?
To lock her in her office?"
Oh, I didn't lock her in her office.
I'm very good at what I do.
She kind of looks over to you. She kind of like cocks an eyebrow and says, "Very well." She goes, "Let's
Okay.
go." And she takes you and begins heading back towards the 3rd floor building.
I'm going to be standing behind the woman.
Okay.
I'm going to telepathically be staying to Hugo, be like, watch this. And I'm going to be stirring, jauntily walking behind her in a mocking fashion, like, and being like, I'm a duchess. Ah!
Oh my god. Hugo is just,
Make a stealth
just
check.
Straight face, no reaction.
Yeah. 17.
Shakes his head.
She kind of like looks over, and you stop just in the time, go back to normal walking, and she
Oh.
like looks back, and she looks over her shoulder again, and you deftly avoid her gaze. But as you begin to head back to the building, you kind of intercept Mars and his gaggle of guards, maybe 4 or 5 of them, and you all kind of join up. And she's like, "What is this also part of your little plan?"
What plan? What are you talking about?
She points to the guards and says, "Are they with you?"
You mean the authorities?
She goes, "They have no authority on my campus."
Oh, I thought you were just a duchess that was coming to say hi and that you weren't actually the owner.
She goes, let's just get this over with. And she begins to head to the office.
Yes, and I'm also surprised that you think you have more authority than the actual government.
Yeah.
You see the guards are kind of like straight face, kind of like, not aggressive stance, but kind of like, we're here to get things done.
Okay, well.
I cast mending on the doorknob and
Well, as
open
you
it.
approach, you see it's got like, it's a clear, remember, it's semi-translucent. So you can see shapes on the other side, and you see a figure against the door, and the door rattling heavily. And you hear muffled cries of, "Please help me."
Misa, are you in there? Oh my god.
I cast mending on the doorknob and open the door.
The door flies open, and Misa tumbles out.
What could have happened? Oh my god.
She's like, "Oh, thank good." And she kind of stops and surveys the situation, and then immediately like turns and looks at you, Octavian. She goes,
Going to yes?
what's the problem?" And she like looks at the Duchess.
Can
I walk
sneak into
inside the
room?
office and grab her diary.
Yeah, oh yeah, that was what I was gonna get.
All right. Misa like tries to stop you, but the guards kind of like hold her back.
And I'm also a big ass fucking Loxodon.
Basically,
Stealing our journal, Misa? Stealing it. Wow,
I already told him
can't-
it was hers, Octavian. I would stop.
Oh god, okay. You told it was hers?
Yes, it's literally written on the title that it's her diary.
Yeah,
in
it's her
Infernal.
diary.
Fine. I guess we don't need it. Whatever.
Glasses don't lie.
all right.
Besides, we need it for proof.
Yeah, I guess we do.
All right. So
Is there a random object on her desk?
there's like one of those little birds that drinks water.
Okay, I'm gonna grab that and be like, Misa, I can't believe you would have this in here. Take her away, guards.
Oh God.
I just tap Octavian and just go shush, like I'm shushing a dog.
Yeah. Oh, there's an owl in here.
Okay, but yeah, I hand the diary over to the guards.
The guards they like scan through and they're like, this is in a language we can't read.
Here,
Oh my god.
borrow my glass.
They take him and they're like, oh my, and they start maybe 5 or 10 minutes of just the head guard like flipping through, and you see his face just get angrier and angrier until he finally shuts the
doesn't-
book, hands you the glasses, and says, "Take her away." And
I don't know how to read.
Misa's, you
What
see
up? I'm
Misa.
Barrett. I'm 19, and I've never learned how to fucking read.
Misa's like, no, this is all a huge misunderstanding, and they like start shackling her, throwing her in irons, and you see the Duchess kind of cross her arms, and kind of like, she doesn't interfere, but you can see she's not happy about what's going on. And Misa's like frantically like, please, no, this isn't, I have plans tonight, I can't do this.
More
Should have
plans
thought
to
about
gamble.
that when you started dealing with very evil people, actual necromancers, and sending a group of students into the Underdark.
Yeah. Yeah.
The guards begin to drag her away, and the Duchess eventually kind of steps in between your line of sight, and she goes, I am truly thankful for what you've done here today, but I'm going to
Insight check.
ask, make an insight check.
Yes, please do. She's not that thankful.
18.
18. She is pissed off.
At us?
It's more like, I just lost an employee, I'm going to have to hire a new one, she was a good researcher, blah, like that, kind of like it's an inconvenience rather than an actual problem.
Ooh, she is not a good Duchess.
She goes, I'm going to ask you to please leave the premises and never return.
Fair enough. This place doesn't seem like a very good college.
Yeah, I mean, they teach wizard magic here. It's not like I can't just... Anything you can do, I can do better.
We literally
And I can
taught
heal-
we literally taught a mouse how to do
That's
magic
right.
better than this school.
That's right.
mean,
I also know healing
telling
spells.
us to never return. I mean, there's really no promise there.
Ah,
Less.
thank you.
Your mask pops
Also,
up.
I
Yeah, my mask pops off.
I would do a bit of research into the students that she sent into the Underdark.
Yes.
Because we
See if there's any way to retrieve them, or at the very least, tell their families of what really happened to them.
She
Yeah.
goes, I'll see to it personally. She
Thank
kind of like
you.
gestures, like shoos you away. Like, leave now.
You're all
please.
wizards, as I'm saying this as we're leaving. I'm like, you're all wizards. It should be more. You should be more than capable to handle it.
She's
It's a skill
at this
issue.
point, she's just like, please leave. And as you're escorted out by the remaining guards, you're eventually tossed back into the street.
Oh, we forgot to see who the guard was that survived the trip.
Oh, well, we fucked that. I don't think we're ever going to meet him now. Not like Misa's ever going to tell us that information.
I mean, we could at least go see if he's a mind flayer.
Do we see Misa?
Misa is being dragged through the courtyard, kicking and screaming.
Hey, Misa, we have another question for you. What's the name of that guard that escaped?
She looks you dead in the eyes and really quite loudly yells, "Go fuck yourself."
I don't know, Misa. You're pretty short as it is. I don't think you can afford to lose any more height.
Eventually, they drag her out of the courtyard into the street.
All right.
Always ask her in her dream.
Hold on. Well, I could, or I could do this.
Oh God.
I'm going to use detect thoughts.
Okay.
It is within.
He ends up being a mind flayer.
I need to get within 30 feet of her.
Okay. Ugh.
Can I see her?
Easily enough.
Yeah. All right. I'm gonna go and start like piercing her mind. For the duration, you can read the thoughts of the certain creatures when you cast a spell, and as your action, you each turn until the spell ends, you can focus your mind on one creature that you can see within 30 feet. The creature you choose must have an intelligence of 3 or lower, or if the creature has an intelligence of 3 or lower, or doesn't speak any language, the creature is unaffected. You internally learn the surface thoughts of a creature that is what is most on the mind at the moment. As an action, you can shift your attention to another creature's thoughts. Blah 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 blah. If you probe deeper, the creature must do a wisdom saving throw.
All right. Are you
So you
gonna
got to do
a wisdom?
17 wisdom save.
Do. She fails.
Okay, cool. A wisdom saving throw. If you gain insight into the reasoning, if any, its emotional state, and something that looms large in its mind, such as something it worries over, loves, or hates.
All
If it
right.
succeeds, the spell ends. And either way, the target knows. Yeah, so she knows that I'm probing deeper.
So immediately, it's just
Yeah.
profanity spewing from her mind.
Okay, cool.
But as you probe deeper, you see little visions of the underground fighting ring that she frequents.
Okay.
Sorry, I'm about to sneeze.
Oh, it's okay.
God bless.
Also.
I'm finding it. Okay. You see the fighting ring. You see visions of her dirty office tidied up. And you get the idea that you get the surface thoughts at first. She's like, I'm going to get my revenge. I'm going to get my buddies to beat the crap out of them if I ever get the chance.
That's great. I hope, yes.
And then she goes,
I'd love to see you try.
and then she basically more or less just starts rambling off in her. She doesn't really think of anything particular. More of like a scattered panic mind, like I'm being arrested. Oh my god, what am I going to do?
Nothing about the guard?
Oh, the guard, yes.
Yeah.
Sorry. Can you probe for specific knowledge?
Yeah, I
Oh,
can.
then you're fine,
Something that they looms large in their mind, such as something worries over, loves, or hates. So the guard is something that,
Yeah.
would.
You get the thought that the guard is located at the Rusted Tabernacle Inn, and that no one's really talking to him because
Okay.
he's somehow gone crazy.
Okay, cool.
But that's all you get.
Okay. All right. We gotta go to the Rusted Tabernacle Inn, guys.
All right.
All right.
All right. It's right there.
Yeah, we gotta get there.
Okay. Make an investigation check to see if you can find it, because you don't know the city.
An investigation check. Ooh, a 15.
15. Easily enough,
17.
easily enough,
17.
you guys ask around. They're like, oh yeah, it's down in the slums. Not the best place, but it's got good music. And so I'll say, as you enter the inn, you see there's maybe 3 or 4 at the bar, a couple empty tables, and you see an elf and a gif on stage.
A GIF?
Yes, the hippo people.
Not a GIF?
Oh, it's fuck you. I said it's gif. It's a gif. Fucking.
Yeah.
And you see them performing a musical number. Well, the elf is performing while the gif is just standing there with his arms crossed.
Okay.
So he's like his bodyguard.
Yeah.
Oh. I'm gonna go up to the barman. It's like, hi, yes, we're looking for a. I'll give a description of the character.
All right. She goes, oh, you want Ronaldo? She kind of like points over, and you see you see this guy, raggedy hair, dirty clothes, sitting there holding a drink, and you can see from a distance he's like muttering to himself.
I'll walk up to him. Ronaldo?
He kind of like, who are you? Who are you? And he like frantically like darting back and forth, watching your eyes.
Well, I don't have eyes, so.
Well, he's looking at you. You know what I mean.
My mask. Yeah, okay. I'll say, I'm here to help you, Ronaldo. We've brought a holy man with us that can possibly help you with this problem. I am here to try and understand. We were under the impression you witnessed something down in the Underdark with those students.
He goes, students. And you, like, you
Yes.
see his eyes kind of like glaze over for a second. He goes, oh yeah, captured, taken deeper.
By what were they captured by?
Drow. He like he stops for a moment, like stares off into space for like a good 30 seconds before looking back.
Can I do an insight check? Not that I think that he's lying to me, but is there like a psychic like enchantment on him
Make an insight
that's
check.
making him say like, "Oh, it's a drow," even though it wasn't?
Make an Arcana check.
Okay. Oh fuck yeah! I got a natural 20 for 22.
He doesn't seem to be enchanted by anything.
Mm-hmm.
It's more or less just kind of like a mental block. Like something's kind of blocking from him being normal. He's just kind of, out there.
Mars.
Yes.
Do we have greater restoration?
I believe I should.
Could you possibly heal this man?
I don't know. Would greater restoration work on stuff like that?
I think so.
Give me a medicine check. Yep, let's go. Is everything okay?
Yeah.
Yeah, just
No, I heard
Just
like
trying to-
Discord going off. I thought people were getting disconnected.
Oh, it's
I got a 26.
26. You kind of like inspect him, and you notice on the back of his head, he's got this really nasty wound. It's no longer bleeding, but it's kind of like scabbed over, and you get the idea that maybe he's had some head trauma.
Ah, this guy might have brain damage, so yes, greater restoration might work.
yeah.
Well,
Do we have
then
what
I guess
we need?
greater restoration. I need diamond dust.
We have that.
I do not. I probably used it last time when I fixed up
Oh, that's
Tulpa.
right. When we fixed up. Or do I have? any
Hugo,
diamond dust?
Octavian, run to the nearest diamond dust store.
Yeah, the nearest jewelry.
So who's
Jewelry
going?
shop.
Who's going? Hugo?
I'll go. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. As you leave Hugo, Octavian and Mars, the music suddenly stops, and you hear the clapping, and the elf bows, and he kind of stands up and he goes, "Thank you. You've all been treated to the lovely performance of Octavian Starweaver," and he like bows.
Uh-oh.
What?
I
Hugo
immediately
stops
grab
immediately.
a drink. I immediately grab like a tankard on the table and throw it as hard as I fucking can at the person on stage. Like an impulse. Like a tick.
Octavian, and I'm immediately just like, oh no. This didn't go well the last time this happened, and now Octavian is crazy.
You want me to do a dex check to see if I can hit him?
Go ahead and give me an attack roll.
Yeah. An attack roll for dex. Because I'm throwing 7.
7. It hits the ground, and he's like, and he kind of like throws back. His, oh yeah, you don't want to get antsy, my compatriot,
Liar!
my compatriot. He kind of
You're
like
not me.
he
You're
kinda
not Octavian.
kind of
Don't
like
you know who I am? I
like-
run up on stage.
he
Oh,
kind of like
God.
he doesn't know what to do at first. He's kind of like, if you'd like to perform with me, sir, that's more than welcome.
Oh my God. I pull out my loot. This man is a sham. This man is a liar, a deceiver of sorts. I am the true Octavian Starfeller. I begin strumming my lute.
He kind of like gestures, and the gift starts walking towards you. He goes, "I'm sorry, folks. I guess my compatriot Mars will have to deal with him."
Excuse me.
I start looking around for a Hugo.
You don't see one.
If he was really the
it's just a
Octavian
goblin, but
Starfeller, if he truly was Octavian Starfeller, could he do this? I'll essentially.
No, wait, what if there was a Hugo and instead of a sphere being just a tiny robot, they have a warforged?
God damn it!
Oh.
He kind of like as
The anti-death crew, the life crew.
Yeah. The unalivers.
you hear people start to boo, and he's like, "Sir, I don't know what you're thinking, but could you please exit the stage? I am performing here for these lovely
Could be
folks."
true. If he really was Octavian, could he do this? I'll take
You're not.
I'll take Gustas out of my eye.
I walk up to the GIF and I'm just like, really impersonating a priest?
You see the GIF. He doesn't say anything. He just kind of like his eyes kind of go wide because you're about the same height as him, and so you get the idea that he's probably never really been in a situation where someone of his stature is opposing him. And you see the man claiming to be Octavian. He's panicking. His eyes are darting around. He sees that there's no one here to help him.
Tell me right now,
you do realize that impersonating a priest, that's a heresy of the highest regard, right?
Yes, but it's immediate damnation for impersonating a bard.
The gift kind of like puts his hands up, and he's like, he's just paying me. He calls me whatever he wants, and I just keep him safe.
That's what I thought.
You should probably leave.
Hugo is going to go up to fake Octavian and lift him.
No, wait, you left, remember?
No, I stopped dead.
He stopped at the door.
I stopped dead in my tracks when I heard the other Octavian. Because I was like, what the fuck?
You walk over and you pick him up?
Yep. By this like shirt or scruff or whatever, just...
There better not be a goddamn fake Hugo around here somewhere.
Yeah. What is he? Is he wearing a mask?
He's on display. He's like a very pale elf.
Does he look like me in life?
No, he does not.
You're just a fucking imposter. I'll
goes,
pull up my lute and begin to strum sultry, like
You're doing the thing like from Road to El Dorado.
Yeah.
He's just kind of like, there must be some misunderstanding. You see he's panicking at this point as he's lifted in the air.
No, Hugo, place him down. If he truly is Octavian Starfeller, he would be able to best me in a bard off.
All right.
I turn to the GIF again and just say, you should probably just leave.
I'll clap my hands as I will cast, what is it? Minor illusion to make somewhat of like a spotlight on the stage, and I will start playing like very sultry music.
Okay, give me a performance check.
Oh, here, hold on. I have an idea. Well, God, I can't do it now because the what is it? Their intensifier's gone.
Yeah, I know that vanished.
I just want to know what demonic little voice in the back of your brain inspired you to make this plot line.
A 15. I only got a 15.
It's okay. He rolled a 6. He's not very good.
Okay.
You get the idea that he's performing at these low populated areas, probably because he's not very good.
You're not me.
You both begin to play, and he's like missing notes, like ting, dang. He's just trying to keep up, but he's not doing it. And you're trouncing him above and beyond, and the crowd is like cheering.
I'm dancing around him while also playing my lute. My costume constantly keeps changing.
Eventually, the music ends and the crowd cheers. You see a couple copper, and he like scrounges to scoop them up as quickly as he can.
Liar! Why would you impersonate a real bard? Why would you impersonate... I mean, granted, yes, I am the far greatest bard that has ever lived, Octavian Starfeller. I'll, like, finger guns at one of the people in the audience and be like, but why would you impersonate me? Why?
He's like, I'm not... He's, like, still sticking to his story. He's like, I'm not impersonating anyone. My name is Octavian Starweaver.
Truly, where is Octavian Starweaver from? Wait, Starweaver? That's not even the right name. It's Starfeller. That's the name.
He like pulls on his collar. He's like, yes, Starfeller.
And where is Octavian Starfeller from?
He kind of starts scrambling. He's like, I'm from Oslo. Yes, Oslo.
Oslo. Oslo. Really? How funny. Are there any Octavian Starweaver fans in the crowd?
No one gets up. No one cheers.
I'll make like a little like with minor illusion. From like somewhere in the crowd. All right. And yes. And where is Octavian Starfeller from? Well, I know he's not from Oslo. That's right. He isn't from Oslo.
At this point, the GIF has like backed off and is leaving out the back door.
I do the thing where I point to my eyes and point to him again.
He's like, he just nods and exits.
So why don't you tell the group or this crowd of people who you cheated into it, but with an actual performance by Octavian Starfeller, who you really are?
He's like, he goes, I am. He's like, the people are like crossing their arms, just staring at him now, kind of less interested in performances. Now they're just like, what the hell's going on? And you see him like packing up his loot. He's like, I should be going. I feel like maybe I've overstayed my welcome.
No. Tell us who you are.
He's like, I am Octavian Starfeller.
No, you're not. Tell us who you are.
I'm making intimidation.
Trust me,
Intimidation
this is going to
check.
get worse if you don't start telling the truth.
Intimidation check.
11.
11. He's like, fine. My name's Greg.
Greg.
Aw.
Greg Patches.
Greg Patches.
Yeah.
Greg Universe.
Listen, Greg. Listen. And with minor illusion, I'm going to make it look like I stab him in the gut with a knife. And then when I pull the knife out, it's going to be like ribbons that come out.
The crowd at first like, oh, and they start clapping.
Oh!
Exactly.
Yeah. That's right, Greg. And I'm going to lean in real close. I'm going to whisper into his big old elf ears. I'm going to say, but the next time I find you acting like me, it's going to be a real knife. You hear me, motherfucker?
Make another intimidation check.
15.
15. He's like, of course. Never again. Never again.
Never, ever again. Ever.
You'd probably be more successful if you actually made your own image instead of trying to copy it from other people.
Yes, be original, be unique.
Especially
be yourself.
since you're performing in areas that Octavian wouldn't even be really known in.
He's
Exactly.
like, I'll never do it again. Please just let me go.
What's the name of the town that that Mars is from?
Let's see.
Did it ever get a name?
If
I
I'm
don't think
checking
it
my
gave us
notes.
the name.
Did you put it in your notes where I'm actually from?
Yes.
Okay.
Luteria.
Luteria. Well, if you were to go to Luteria, they would know me.
And trust me, they'd probably put you in jail.
They'd probably throw you in jail. I'm the worst bard to impersonate, as I'm one of the most hated bards of all time.
You're one of the worst bards I've ever heard of, but you have heard of me.
That you have heard of me.
He's like, I swear, never again, Mr. Octavian. Just please don't kill me.
I won't kill you. But forever you will live with the shame above your head.
Crown of madness.
Yeah. Crown of madness. Now, we have actual... How much diamond dust do you have on you?
he's like, he like opens his pouch. He goes, I've got 5 silver.
No, not coinage. Diamond dust.
Oh, I don't have any of that.
Ugh. All right, fine.
Bye.
Yeah, be on your way.
He's like, yeah, of course. And he like trips over himself, and the crowd's like booing him as he leaves.
That's right. Now, I think these people here deserve a real performance. I spin as my costume becomes very Elton John-esque. That's just like extremely eccentric, like lots of big poofy feathers.
They like start clapping
platform
and cheering.
shoes. Yeah. All right. So Hugo, you should probably go get the diamond dust. Mars, keep an eye
All
on
right,
the.
I'll go get the diamond.
Oh
dust.
yeah, how is the crazy guy? Did we scare him off?
He's just mumbling to himself in the corner. He's not. He's like oblivious to the rest of the world.
Okay. Yeah, keep an
Okay,
eye. I'm
I
gonna
just sit next to him.
I do a performance check. I got a 26.
26. It's a rambunctious house as people start cheering and clapping. You see people funneling in from the street as they're just cheering and shouting at you.
Yes, yes, you love me. Oh my God, yes. I crowd surf.
As you crowd surf,
Yeah.
they're like, yeah, well, you're pretty light, and they're like,
Skinny.
they eventually
Did
put
none
you
of
back
them
down.
notice Octavian take a rat out of his head?
Well, none of the people who did notice it were more interested in the ensuing
Mouse.
drama.
Oh, yeah.
It was more like, I don't care what he just did. This is getting interesting.
Yeah, it must have been magic.
You did stab him with confetti.
Yeah, I did. All right. Thank you all. I'm so glad you were able to witness what true talent looks like.
Would Hugo be back by now?
Yeah, I'll say Hugo's back with the
Yeah,
diamond.
how much is diamond dust?
Yeah, how much do you need?
It should just be 100 gold.
Yeah, so just mark off 100 gold, or they can pay you back for it, whatever you like. Just somebody mark off 100 gold.
Yeah, I'll pay off the 100 gold. I'll pay you.
Well, I was gonna try and haggle.
Oh, you can
No,
have yeah,
no,
of
it's
course.
fine.
Make a persuasion check, as the guy's kind of like he's like looking you over like it's diamond dust. Let's go ahead. Oh,
There we go.
There's
Oh,
your
that's
really
intensifier.
Alright, I'm gonna make a persuasion check.
yeah, persuasion.
Ooh, 15 plus 4, and you know what? I'll throw in another flash of genius for a plus 5 to my roll, so that's a total of
24.
24.
He's like, fine. It's just the remnants, anyways. I can't really sell this otherwise. 50 gold.
That's what I thought. Here you go.
So, you head back to the tavern, and you see it as you enter. It is rambunctious. You know, it's crowded now. It's probably a little run down of a tavern. This is probably the most business they've had in a long time.
Another day
Yeah.
with Octavian.
But you get Mars the Diamond Dust.
Here you go, Mars.
All right, I cast Greater Restoration.
All right. You watch as the man starts to glow and his eyes kind of like flutter. And you see the wound on the back of his head kind of like seal up and heal. And he like sits up immediately. He's like, oh, what the hell is going on?
Okay. Hi. Yes. We are here to interrogate you. We have some questions.
He goes, no, I have to get back to the research team.
No. It's been 4 months.
It's 4 months.
Yes. What took them?
Some drow.
Are you certain?
Yeah, they surprised us in our camp one night. They
Mhm.
didn't seem hostile, and then they took us to their city, and they kind of more or less just, welcomed us in.
That head wound does not suggest drow, though.
Yeah.
Because no, I was with, and he kind of seemed to get a little like red in the face, and he's like, no, it's just, I kind of, I have a family. The drow were nice and all, and they were nice to us, but I got a wife and kids. I can't just give them up. So I tried making my way back by myself, ran into these weird looking creatures, barely escaped with my life, and that's all I really remember.
Tentacles.
There's no tentacles, just kind of like big bugs.
Umber Hulks?
He goes, yeah, Umber Hulks. I think that's what they're called.
No tentacle monsters took in the kids.
He goes, no, it was the drow. Took them to their city.
Why?
Prisoners?
No, not prisoners. They were kind of just curious about us. They wanted to know more about our civilization.
What happened to your head?
The bugs did that.
The Umber Hulks.
Then why are you in such a fog?
He's like, from the head wound. And he like touches the back of his scalp.
If there weren't mind flayers involved, then I guess we don't really have to involve the kids. Don't seem to have been kidnapped. They've just been gone for 4 months working with the drow. Which, I mean, how long were you guys supposed to be away for the research anyway?
As long as it took to find the moss,
I mean, I guess they're still doing it then.
maybe. But I gotta get back to him. I gotta get back to him. Figure out what happened.
All right. Well, you do that.
And he goes, yeah. And he like looks down at himself. He goes, I probably should stop at home first. And he exits the tavern.
All right. I guess it isn't mind flayers.
No.
Like I said, not everything is mind flayers.
Well, I mean, but would you be surprised if it was everything was mind flayers?
Yes, actually.
Okay. Well, Mar, we should probably teleport back to your house and see if we can find that special room.
Well, we might as well bring Kern with us.
I guess.
They already left.
They already left.
Yeah, they left. At this point, they're probably out
Well-
of the city.
Never mind then.
He deserves a little bit of hard road travel.
Yeah, you know what? You're right. I do have a question here. Are they selling food here?
Yes.
Food with bones in it?
Like full chickens, I guess.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. All right. I'm gonna say Mars. Fire up that. It's a ring, right?
It's a ring, yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If they fire up that ring, I got to do one little thing. I'm going to stand up on a table in the middle of the room and I go, and my parting gift to all of my beautiful patrons. I begin to stomp my foot on the ground in rhythm and start spitting with my arms out as I cast Dance Macabre on all the dead food in the room.
Oh, God.
Oh my god. So like Beetlejuice? Like something out of Beetlejuice?
Yep.
You watch as the chickens start to sprout and start dancing, and people at first like, yeah, and then you see people kind of like, oh no.
Yeah.
As the room, they start to like quietly funnel out. No cheering as the chickens and yourself just spin in circles. You
Yeah.
see the owner. The owner's like, what are you doing?
It's called a rotisserie chicken because it's spinning. Yeah.
Can I give you reverse inspiration?
Can I? I'm gonna run over to Mars. All right, dude, flip the switch, Mars. We gotta go.
Maybe you should pay for the consequences of your actions for once.
They've already paid for the food. Let's leave.
Dale.
Dale.
Okay, I teleport us back home.
Come and we wanna go home.
All right.
Let's teleport
And-
back to Mars's place.
That is where we're going to end it for today.